And Michael.
And Michael. And this is our story time, The Q. It's our vlog. And we're re-recording a past episode that we did a couple weeks ago called the kind of like what we like and what we don't
Good, the
like.
bad, the ugly.
Good, good, bad, and ugly of moving from a big city to a small town.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to it, but something happened and it's not on YouTube anymore. So this is our revised version. You're not going to get the hot and spicy version because I'm not hot and spicy today.
She's not as mad anymore.
Oh, I'm still mad, but I'm not as spicy.
Yeah.
So here we go. And we're also going to be uploading our second installment of story time.
Boondocking.
Called boondocking, because we've been boondocking for about 2 months right now in high desert of California, and it's been an adventure. It's a character building.
Yeah.
And so has our time in a small town. So little backstory, about 2 years ago we were traveling in our fifth wheel. We were living in it and traveling because we're adventurous people, and we decided one day, hey, we don't like the normal white picket fence life, so let's buy a giant 43-foot RV and travel.
Yeah, it'll be the best.
Literally just out of nowhere.
I work remotely, so that capability is there. She's retired, or full-time artist.
I'm a full-time artist.
Full-time artist.
It's a job, guys. It's a job, okay?
Full-time artist.
It's a job. Jeez Louise. Anyways, and we were traveling through Texas, North Texas to be exact, to visit a friend of ours in Frisco, Texas.
My best friend.
The best friend.
My best friend. None of us middle school.
The best friend.
DCP.
And we stopped in a small town. And in that small town was this gorgeous manor that we saw, built in 1904. It was good priced. It had been empty for 3 years.
Beautiful home.
It had good bones.
Iconic to the
Iconic. And I fell in love with it, and we bought it because we're those type of people. We're like, hey, want to do it? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because no regrets, right? In life. Yeah, another bug. If you can't tell, we are outside and we're in a state park.
It's our second take.
Visit your state park.
Last take, I said bug.
It's really beautiful atmosphere.
Bug. So we'd stop.
So when we got there, right away, we don't look like the normal North Texas people.
Ooh, you said it.
What, North Texas?
People.
Well, we don't look like normal North Texas people.
We stand out a little bit.
Yeah, well, and I'm a little covered right now, but totally tattooed from head to toe. We have our California license plates are bad, which automatically
the company that pays me and allows for all this amazingness is based out of California, so that's
they pay the bills.
They pay the bills.
So
that's right.
We kind of weren't like fully welcome, and we've lived in other states and small towns, and I've had people at my door with fresh baked cookies helping us move in, being so nice. We didn't have any of that when we got here. It wasn't a bad welcoming, it just was a very quiet, and then we heard a lot of different things starting to come at us, like where people thought we were from, or how could we afford our house, or we look younger than we are. We're grandparents and getting up there. I'm getting up there. I got 7 years on this guy, so you know, we don't look like as old as we are. And people made a lot of assumptions instead of coming to talk to us. And that has kind of been the role that's been played this entire time.
Right. A lot different too, because I mean, we spent time in Oregon, at least I have, up on the mountain, where you're 40 minutes from any store, gas, any store, you're 40 minutes away. So up on the mountain, you know, not too many people drive your roads or whatever. The road I was on, there's, I mean, one permitted house up there. But anytime we would pass each other, right, we'd stop. Hey, what's going on? I'm going to town. You need anything? You know, stuff like that. Real good, you know, take care of each other type stuff.
Well, and I've been in the middle of nowhere, Arizona, very southeast. Again, 45 minutes to an hour to the closest store. Your nearest neighbor is, you know, you're on 20, 30 acres, and they're 20 or 30 acres away from you.
Big land.
And the same thing, like I had a predicament there, and when I called like the one person, two people I knew, they came and they handled it for me. Like no questions asked. No questions asked. Here, it's a whole different ballpark. I've lived in small towns where your survival is dependent on the person that's closest to you. Like if I run out of something, that person is the one that I'm going to lean on, and vice versa. And so here, it was just very different coming into
It's a
it.
small town, but maybe it's too big of a small town
Maybe.
to still have that
Hospitality.
community feel, I guess. I don't know. But one of the things I guess we'll dive into is after situations arose and yada yada.
I would say fake nice. It's fake nice.
Right. Yeah, that's true. One of the things that we kept hearing as advice is, well, why don't you just stay inside and
Stay to yourself.
stay to yourselves?
When you come out, just say hi, be cordial, but stay inside.
Yeah.
Don't. We were really about bringing art to community. We
Yeah,
opened a
open
business.
an art gallery,
We were
yeah.
really in the forefront. And if you know me, I'm very outgoing. I'm very out there, just
Yeah.
as a person in general.
And we choose small town, right, for the community. So
Right.
why would you want to go somewhere
And shut yourself in
and
the door.
shut yourself
We
in?
have to do that in the city,
We could have done that anywhere, right?
because in the city it's dangerous.
Yeah.
So you shut yourself inside and you.
But I
don't
mean,
talk
with
to your
and even
neighbors.
with that advice of, oh, just go inside and basically disappear, that advice doesn't work. We've been gone many times because we still travel. You know, on this particular trip, we've been gone 2.5 months now,
2.5 months
and we're still
still.
coming up, and people are getting into fights, and then somehow we get brought up after being gone for 2 months, right? And then that proceeds with phone calls, text messages, stories, this and that, right? Trying to get in between things that aren't other people's business. So that advice doesn't really work.
Right.
With
Because
that-
we've been quiet.
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, I mean, for me, I mean, I'm more of a go out there and, you know, enjoy myself regardless of what people do or say. There's a blue jay right here on the table.
That's an ancestor right
Yeah.
there.
So
Let's see if we can see.
if, oh, we'll try and show you. All right, I'll stop. I'll hold. Turn the whole thing. There he is.
Do you see
Or
it?
she. Look at that. Good luck. I mean, we might as well just get out there and do us, right? If the advice that's being given, that would be my advice to people going to a small, just be you, right? Do
Be
what
you.
you want to do.
I think too, like
Now there's 2 of them.
we definitely were talked about when we got there. We heard a lot of negative, and we still went out there very positive.
100%.
We give everybody the same opportunity until you
Right.
show your ass. Like, you know, I know, and even after that, I'm always going to be cordial to you. I'll
Right.
always be kind to you.
And regardless of what was
Um,
said, we still approached everything with
Kindness.
positivity and kindness, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people that we let be around us that we heard negative things about
100%.
without even meeting them.
Absolutely.
I mean, we hadn't even closed escrow, and we were told so much negative stuff about
Right.
people that when we met them, I was like, okay, name to face, you know, to story. And we
Right.
still gave them the benefit of
Everyone's
the doubt.
got the opportunity, right?
Because you didn't do anything to me. You didn't
100%.
wrong me in any way.
That's your past,
That's
not ours.
not even just your
Right.
past. That's you. That's but you and whoever you. That's
Right.
your business,
That's
and
right.
and we're those type of people. That's not my business. And being such a public figure, I'm very big on social media. I used to lecture. I'm very big on talking and being out there and just being part of anything that's around me, especially when it has to do with art or anything. You think you know me because you get to see that social media and you get to see my presence there, but you have no idea. Private is still private in our
100%.
world.
Yeah, everyone should have their own closed
And
doors.
everybody
right?
has stuff that they deal with that should still be the things that they deal with in the closed doors.
100%. And
And-
if they entrust those things with anyone, that other party should
Never speak on it.
keep that between them, right? Because
Right.
someone's confiding in you,
Trusting
right?
you.
Trusting you,
Right.
You know, and you just swallow it,
Right.
right?
So we heard stay inside, don't, you know, be so out there, you know, and we came in hot. We came in hot. We came in very
100%.
outgoing and very who we are.
Bought a big house, went out there.
Opened an art gallery, brought art to the community.
Right.
and let people around us. And some of those people we let around us were really vicious in the end. I mean, really were damaging,
Yeah.
not because they had to be or we were mean to them or did anything directly to them,
Right.
but because they want to be in the gossip circle with everybody else.
Want to be in the
And
cool kids
kind
club.
of how we figured that this is working is there's people here, there's people here, and these people want to be here, right? They want to be
Right.
invited to the things, the
100%.
clubs, the different things. And so
Everyone knows how
they
high
sell
school works,
that
right?
information for that friendship. And
100%.
so, oh yeah, you know, Kai and Mike teach my kid art, or Kai and Mike, you know, they talk to me. And so automatically, whatever information they
Right.
feel they're getting by being around us, they're taking that and selling that information to those
100%.
people for the friendship or for the kudos. And the problem with that is, have you ever played telephone as a kid?
Yeah. Stories change.
Right. Stories change, things get added into them.
Yep.
It's not always how it was said or how it happened. That's why eyewitness accounts.
Not only that, I mean, you
Aren't
get in the
reliable.
habit of selling your soul, so to speak, or selling the information to these cool kids
Right.
who are essentially just bullies.
Bullies. There's like a select group of like really bad
You know,
bullies.
and you see, oh, well, these people might like me because I'm telling this story, whatever it may be, you know? So then that leads you to falsify stories to make it up, right?
Or add to.
Or add to, right? Change little things, right? And that's just to get that notoriety and to fit in with the cool kids.
Yeah, it's
so
for them to go, oh my God, what did you
Yeah,
hear? Oh my
right.
God, okay, you can be here with me, right? Because I'm a cool
100%.
kid. So you can sit here with me
Yeah.
because you're gossiping
You can associate
about
with me because
that
yeah,
person.
100%.
Or you're on my side because I don't like that person.
right.
And we really gave no one any reason not to like us. So we've always been approachable. We've always been kind.
Right.
And even
Everyone's
people,
business that has come to us has died with us.
yeah, we do not spread your business. We've also had some people that at least people that I felt were really, really good friends that I stuck through some really hard times with, that recently turned around and just laid into us and had opinions about what they thought or opinions about how they felt about certain things that had happened. And again, this goes back to stay quiet and stay inside and things will die down. You're talking, this is way back in February, and we just got messages 2 weeks ago where the person that was my friend not only contacted me but included Michael on there. So now you're attacking my marriage too. And it's
And just
not,
to be clear, with that situation, like, that's my wife, and as a husband, I'm gonna stand by her side, right? No matter what, there's no one else in the world that I'm gonna value your opinion more than my own wife's, right? That's how marriages should be. Like, it's my best
thick
friend
or
right
thin,
here.
man. Like, you
Right?
just do what you gotta
Like,
do.
what makes anyone think that a husband or a wife is going to take the word of someone else over their spouse?
Well,
Like,
not only that, you're
I guess
again repeating things or adding things,
Right.
and taking that friendship and that trust, that whether conversation or whatever,
Right.
and manipulating it to fit your narrative and your agenda. And that is not what friends do. And so we found out in this town that there was a lot of bullies, a lot of gossip,
Yeah.
and it comes down to the fact that I just think there's a lot of boredom. There's not a lot
Yeah.
to do,
100%.
but there could be so much more to do. There's so much potential there. The buildings are gorgeous. It could
Yep.
be a town where revenue is brought in if people supported other people's businesses. If it wasn't a popularity contest and it was a support your
Right.
town type of mentality, like, okay, we don't know these people, or really maybe they're not our cup of tea, or maybe art's not our cup of tea, or maybe, holistic isn't our cup of tea, but I'm going to go there because it is adding value to our town and revenue to our town, and we need things like the infrastructure fixed, like the sewage fixed, like streets fixed, things like that. And so by me supporting this business, in turn they're paying taxes, which is going to help to facilitate the things that the town needs, right? So it might not be
brings
something
in
I
revenue
like,
for infrastructure.
and, right. And those are things that we have done in the past,
Right.
during our time in this town. I've sent him to a couple businesses by himself to support things that it was all women.
I got no business going there. Right?
But I said go because they,
got no business,
you know, go and support that.
But
go,
that's what we're doing.
Go
Is
say
we're
hi.
supporting those small businesses as a community, right?
And we didn't receive that back in our time there. So we got advice to stay to ourselves. That hasn't worked. We also got told that we should just expect to be background checked when we move to a small town, which is actually funny because do any people in the small town expect us to background check all of you?
Right.
You know, we don't have to because y'all gossip about each other so much that we know a lot
not
of
only that,
information.
even
but-
after all of the digging, all of the research, it came back as everything was true that was being right. Like
yeah,
like you found out nothing, but you kept going with it,
we found out nothing.
right?
I'm an open book, so you can ask me anything. Like, yeah, I've been in trouble in my life. I've had a rough life. I've had an interesting life. That was another thing. How can you guys do so much in your life in such a short period of time? When you're a go-getter and you want to achieve something and you achieve it and move on to the next thing you want to achieve, that's what we do in life, and that's why we travel
100%.
and get things done. So I'm
No
not
one cares. Work harder.
a one career white picket fence person. I'm a, hey, I want to do this. I want to conquer
Right.
it. I want to move on to the next thing now. Okay, I conquered it. I did it. Successful. Let's go on to the next thing. Let's go on to the next thing. Because I want to fill my life with as much life as I can before I'm not here. Because none of us are guaranteed another day. And so
100%.
that is how it's been done. I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't dedicate my time to sitting in front of a TV screen. I dedicate my time into adventure and learning and art and pursuing the things that I find interesting in life. And so does Michael, and that's how we've achieved so much in life. And we've had the opportunity. We don't pass up opportunity.
100%.
If someone says, hey, do you want to try
There's
this?
a door open. There's
Hey, do you want to open an art gallery in
I'm
North
gonna walk through
Texas
it.
where there's no art and no one's interested in it?
Yes,
Hell
I do.
yeah, we do. You
Yes,
know?
I do. Which opened up a great door too, because I mean, we had 24 people that lived in the queue that no one really knew were artists.
Right.
And we gave them a platform for a possible revenue to better their lives, or just even to get out
Right.
of the
Now
shell.
they're in other little stores and
100%.
pop-ups and
Just
things
that-
like that.
To have that confidence of, oh wow, someone else is acknowledging something that I love doing, you know?
And acknowledging me as a human being.
100%.
Because that's the other thing we found in the town we're in particular. If you're not part of one of these kind of bratty elite groups that are going on, then you're nobody. And you're kind of pushed to the side, right? They don't care.
Yep.
And
Yeah, if you ain't got a name, you ain't bringing nothing to the table.
not just a name, but you're not part of this or you're not part of that. And I heard that from the beginning. Well, you have to be invited to be part of that, or you
Right.
have to do this, or you have to do that. I mean, we even went to a couple events at a place we were thinking of joining, and it was so uncomfortable that we just said, yeah, this isn't for us. It's not
Felt
that
like
we
zoo
can't
animals.
afford it, but yeah, it was so uncomfortable.
Like, hey,
like people just
Hey,
weren't
look what
friendly.
we brought.
Yeah, that we were like, okay, not for us. And we love
Yeah.
golfing.
Oh, yeah, I
play
love
golf all
I love
the
me some
time.
golf.
So it's like, you know, it just
Yeah.
was that uncomfortable. So definitely not all small towns are made the same. I can say that our experience and the one we're at has been very character building from the word go. We have learned a lot of valuable lessons in our time there.
100%.
Definitely keeping our circle small. We
Yeah.
do have,
Very small.
I would say, one or two people that the town doesn't necessarily like either that I love to death and know, like, I've called and, you know, they're there.
Yeah, people.
And it doesn't matter.
People that
They
stand up
didn't
for you when
do-
you're not in the room.
They didn't do anything
That
to
type thing.
me directly. Like, and until they do, like, it doesn't matter what anyone else says. And those are the type of people we are. Nothing's going to, if you said something to me in confidentiality, it's never going to leave me.
Right.
And that's something we haven't found. And I can say for me personally, I opened my heart so much to some of these people, and I genuinely loved them, like,
Right.
as family, that to have some of the stuff come back, not because of something I did to them, it really broke my heart. Just the going behind me, talking about me, not coming and talking to me directly, not giving me the opportunity to talk to them genuinely or directly, but expecting me to have their back 100% on things. I mean, I put a business over my own business at times to help out a friend, and it really came back to bite me in the ass. And those are the people that hurt me more than all of the already gossipers, because we kind of knew where they were coming from. It was more of the people that we allowed into our life. And even if you're allowed into our life, you don't know us 100%, because we're very private people.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
and everyone should have that, you know, privacy.
So you know what we allow you to, because we're allowed to our privacy in our life, and we're allowed to deal with our private things in our life privately and get through those privately. They don't need to be announced. And I think that's what I found in the small town too, is everybody wants you to explain to them literally everything.
What's going on?
Oh, I heard this, so explain it to me to the T. Or if you do something and you don't tell someone, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, why didn't you tell me? I thought you were my friend. How could you not tell me? Because private is private. And you're allowed to have a private life and have friends and have acquaintances and run a business. And that is something I have found, or we have found, living in this small town, that is not honored being there.
Yeah, there's no differentiation of duties, so to speak, right? So your personal life and business life are one there, when they really should be separated, right? If you have a problem with me personally, but my business offers something that you're interested in or
could benefit,
right? Or you know someone that could benefit from those services or product or whatever the business offers, right? That should be able to be separated as a small town.
Like one of these reporters that we had wasn't a friend. She would say she was a friend, and I did allow her to be around us a little more because we were teaching her child art, and so she was around us more, but not a friend like, let's, you know, be best friends or anything. But I also felt bad because so many people had said such negative things about her and her family that I felt like, well, let's give this person a chance. It was one of the biggest people that turned around and just fucking sold her soul for information, not just on us, but like would sit in our gallery and just listen to other people talk, and sold her soul for it, just for that little bit of attention from the popular people. But who suffered? The kid suffered. Because 100%. We don't teach kid art anymore, and she was benefiting from it. And so, business and personal aren't separate, and it really should be. The other thing is, church and personal should be separate. I've never walked into a church and felt uncomfortable, and I've been all over the world and been able to go to all different churches. You know, I've been to shrines, to Buddhist churches, to temples, to all kinds of Hare Krishna temples, to Christian church, to Catholic church, to monasteries, to all kinds of different religions, and always felt comfortable walking into a church. And I have never felt more uncomfortable walking into church than I do in the town we live in. And there's a lot of churches.
Well, prior to going to the Q, I was a two-timer, so I'm somewhat uncomfortable in a church anyways. I'm more of the I don't need a brick and mortar place to worship, you know, as long as I have good people surrounding me, and I mean, shoot, sitting by this lake, right? Gathering of two or more, right? Let's appreciate what the good Lord gave us.
So I think for like the good is, it has so much potential to be so much more than it is. And offer the world is so rich in history, the location that we picked, that it could literally be a destination for its history alone.
100%.
And bring in revenue for tourism. The hunting season is up in that area, and really could drive revenue if you made it a destination for that type of clientele.
Not even a destination, if the community itself, if the population itself supported each other as a community, right? You don't even need the outsiders. You don't need any of that.
Right. When
If
a restaurant opens, go to that restaurant.
100%.
There's a restaurant people won't eat at
Absolutely.
because they have opinions
If
about
the
the owners.
community supported the community, right?
100% supported. Like,
They it would be fine, right? If the taxes were collected at the businesses, right? I mean, if businesses are
Fairly.
open, if people gave citizens of the town opportunities or offered assistance to get a new business open, you don't need any of that destination. You don't need any. You could be self-sufficient to a point where we'd be a lot better off.
and we have people that come in, millionaires coming in, they buy up a lot of the town. They don't live there. They have no stake in it as far as living there, and we're a tax write-off to them. And so we need to look at that too. We can praise people for, oh, thank you for buying buildings that are all
What are you
sitting
doing with it?
empty,
Right.
and you're not paying your taxes fully on anything. But what are you doing with it?
What are you doing with it?
What are you
Great,
bringing
so
in
you bought
every
a
day?
building, now it's rotting, like half the houses, right?
Like half the houses.
That's the thing is, I mean, you need to do something with what we have, right?
Right.
You don't need more until you fully fulfill what we have.
And we do have a good population that
100%.
could support a restaurant, could support a coffee shop, could support and not just a few, and
I
not
think a
just
lot of people
for
just got out of their head.
a lot of
got out
people
this
when we open our
bully
business said,
mentality.
oh, everybody's supporting you guys right now because it's the new thing. Watch, it'll die down. And it did, and
100%.
hopefully it doesn't for those new businesses that I've seen popping up. Hopefully that does not go away for you. But we got to support one another.
100%.
And so some good things, it is small. So you're not lost in a big city. I can leave my door unlocked. I can ask someone to check my mail and they will. I can call a post office and they'll hold my mail for me. And again, we found those select few people that kind of ignored what everybody was saying and kind of just stuck to who they knew who we are as people. And
yeah, we had a big, let's welcome everybody, and it whittled down. We got a nice little core now.
nice
Very supportive core that, we can trust on.
So just, I think it's been a character building experience for us. It's not all bad. It's definitely a lifestyle change for us. We've learned a lot in our time in the queue.
Yeah.
I think if I have any advice for the people in the queue, remember people's private life. People are allowed to privacy. They're allowed to grieve in private. They're allowed to handle business in private. They're allowed to handle affairs in private, financial, personal, relationship. They're allowed to do that without having to explain to the greater population of what's going on. And just to support people for the human beings they are, because we're all human beings and we all go through life, right, as human beings. We have ups and downs, financial, struggle, stress, kids, whatever it is. We all have it. No one is gifted and out on any of those things, but we can gift each other the gift of peace, the gift of courtesy, the gift of privacy, and the gift of just being a good human being to another human being.
100%.
And I think that is one thing
That's free.
we did not receive, but for a very select few people. We even had people that do call us their friends and still will be cordial to us that said we can't hang out with you because we don't want people to know we hang out with you or associate with, because we don't want people to bully us.
That's fine.
And that is such a terrible feeling, because they like you, but I don't want to be bullied. So the bullies need to go away, and people need to come together, and people need to understand every human being has a struggle, and you should never be judged on your worst day, but judged on all the other great things that you bring to the table.
Sometimes a bully just needs to be bullied.
I agree. So again, we'll leave you with, we hope you're never judged for your worst days, but always took it into account for all the good days that you have provided in the
100%.
world. With that, This is the Q, Ty
Toodles.
Mike, signing off. We hope wherever you're at around the great big giant world that you're having a beautiful,
Find a lake,
blessed, and
go
right
swimming.
day. Yeah, or
Go
state
hiking.
park. We're big advocates for state park.
Enjoy the wind.
Go to Copper Breaks. if
Cover
you're
up.
out in
Lots of
Texas.
skeeters.
Or
Skeeters.
Silverwood State Park here in California. Signing off. Have a blessed, beautiful, and wonderful night from us to you.